am recording it.
It's already
So,
recording?
so, why,
It,
why am I recording? No, at this point, this is not much different from Zoom, I think.
yeah.
But I think if we have better camera, I think we can record it up to, I don't know, 1080. I don't know. Maybe I think it was 1080.
Mm. So it's all about the camera.
I think so. At least that's what I figured out. So if if you pay some price, then the recording, let's say, quality
Becomes better.
gets better.
Uh,
Mhm.
and if we don't pay price,
And then if we don't pay price, I think this is
the best.
the highest quality that we can go up to with this waiver room. I think
Mm.
which is 1080. It's not 4K. It's 1080.
Okay. How? Yeah, Zoom doesn't have that capability, no?
No, I don't think Zoom has that high quality
Yeah.
recording. Then also what I learned is the audio.
Mm.
So it seems as far as I know, audio is more important than the video.
So if we just get AI to do some voiceover,
Yeah, maybe that's what we need. No, so yeah. So I think the audio is more sensitive for the audiences
mm.
than the video. They can bear the low quality video, but not low quality audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So for that, we
and
need
then
mics.
we have to check, but this one has a tool that reduces the noise of the surrounding.
Ah, okay.
So I have a good mic,
Well, you have the good camera and mic over there, no?
right? But then they're all with USB, and which my laptop doesn't have USB.
Oh.
It's all C type. I hate it. So I just need to get that C type to USB
But can you
thing.
do it from the? It's hooked up to the TV in the conference room, no?
Yeah, but how does it work? But still, I don't. My laptop doesn't have any HDMI thing. It's a fake laptop.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the Chromebook.
Okay, okay, okay. I see. Ah, yeah, I don't
But
know.
anyways, I mean, this one we can just give it a try, and
Yeah, we
then
can just try.
yeah, and then one by one we can try other things.
All right. Sounds good. So
Yeah,
have
and then we even have to try out how to upload this to YouTube or something, or
it seems
or podcast.
this one and the other one, the Riverside, I think they both link up straight to all those platforms, no? To YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook and
Waiver room, I don't know. It seems Riverside is directly
yeah, that
linked to
one.
the podcast, but then you have to pay the Riverside.
Right, right.
And for some reason, the even I don't know, like my MacBook uh, doesn't open the Riverside. I don't know.
Hold on, what happens if?
Oh, that's how you make the camera better.
There we go.
Yeah, it's much better. So I mean, what should we talk? Do you have the book?
Difficult part, not the
Oh,
technical part, but like what? How do we start talking?
no, like, it can be random.
I think.
It can
Well,
be
one thing
random.
that
It
I
doesn't.
was
It
interested
doesn't.
that I thought would be
Yeah.
interesting is, or the easy way of starting to talk is
Mhm.
almost like current events or current news,
Yeah, yeah, we
especially because
can.
I saw that competition of the the Riverside the Bampo competition.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking at the YouTube, the 8 hour clip of all the
Ah,
entries
you
talking.
did? Okay.
I didn't see
Okay.
the 8 hours, but I was just looking
Yeah.
at those things.
Yeah, we can also talk about those things as well.
So yeah, so that's like an easy one. Like, oh, what do you think about this competition? Or, but then I don't know if
Uh,
it becomes like bashing or like too critical of.
I'm most likely, but it's okay. It's okay. I
Yeah,
mean, if it is about if it is about a competition in Korea, I'll try to manage my tone, but
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it could get like, yeah, I don't know.
it's okay. Come on. I mean, if we start screening ourselves, what can we talk?
Yeah, censor culture.
Yeah, yeah. Or we can talk about Fumihiko Maki who passed away.
Yeah, actually, that would be like a good start. Yeah. So like current events in architecture. So Fumihiko Maki passing, kind of
Mhm.
the influence or legacies, stuff like that, and
Right.
then I
And
think
we
we
do
have
have collective form.
we do have
Actually,
something in here, right? Hillside Terrace.
where's collective form?
Yeah, it's one of the first ones, I think.
Yeah, here we go. No.
What page? Ah, yeah,
Yeah, in 122.
yeah. But it's actually all the collective form stuff because it's the studies of the collective form.
Hmm.
Yeah, the compositional form, mega form, and group form, Maki.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on Maki?
Mega form.
When did he pass?
Like I think a week ago. I think even the news was a bit later than the actual death.
Yeah, I think so. They probably kept it.
So maybe he was hospitalized for a while. I don't know.
Yeah, it says 6th of June.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when did you first meet Maki?
Yeah, that's I think 2006, right before I went to GST. Yeah.
And what were your thoughts? Were you impressed, or were you like, "Oh, what was all
Yeah, I
the
mean,
fuss
because
about?"
well, I mean, like, no, I mean, you know, he was already old, right? I mean, he was what, like almost 80 years old
Yeah,
back then. So I was really impressed that he was super active in the office.
yeah. I think I saw him in 2009.
Hmm.
So
And he
yeah,
was
like
still active.
yeah, and then he was still running the office.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's quite impressive.
Oh, that's when you were in Japan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then we went to
Yeah.
see all the sequences of the Hillside Terrace,
Hmm.
and the guy that was giving us the tour was just talking about how, if you notice, none of the sequences, even though they were like different
Hmm.
decades, the commonality was that they all treated the corner in the same manner,
Hmm.
or there was always a strategy
Right,
of the
right, right.
corner. So there
That
was
was the icon.
the very modernist one, the high tech one, but then they all, in terms of form, they all kind of have a similar logic of treating the corner. So regardless of
Hmm.
the materiality, it was always the same idea
Right,
of creating urban space.
right, right.
So I think in terms of creating
and,
the
and their office is there, right?
yeah, and
Their
their office
office
is
is one
there.
of the hillside terraces. I don't know which building it was. Was it 92 building? Not sure. But anyways, it was one of the new ones. Yeah.
What were you doing in?
And then when I was interning there,
Yeah.
I saw a bunch of architecture students with all these DSLR camera,
Oh yeah.
just walking around the courtyard. I tried to kind of sneak in, right? And then I remember one of them was Korean,
Of course.
and he wanted me to show the office, but I was just an intern, right? But I think I show him some like some space, but yeah, I didn't. I don't have any authorship, right?
Were you like, oh yeah, we're
Authority.
doing this. I'm designing this one over here. If you can see one
Yeah,
from my
you know
works.
this is a really cool project. It's been running for 3 years. No,
Was
no, no.
Maki also giving studio at GSD at that time or no?
No, 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 no. I don't think he has ever taught there ever since he left. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he gave a lecture at GSD when I was still at GSD as a student. So I think it was like 2007. I think he. So that's when I also said hello to him
But did
when
you
he
know
was there.
like did you ever see his works in depth? Like did you know about his works or like you just know because he's famous?
No, he was just because he's famous. You know, for some reason, Fumiko Maki is not so I would say so deeply
Study?
studied
Yeah.
in Korea. I think.
But I think around
I
the
think
world,
I.
like I know that he's famous and like you know that he's super
Mhm,
famous
mhm,
and predominantly you study the collective form, the essay,
right.
but
Hmm.
never deal into his buildings.
Right. Right.
And actually the
That's the thing.
first building well for me was the MIT Media Lab because he was building
Right.
that one.
Oh, that's yeah.
But yeah, I never studied his buildings. I didn't know what
And you know when you think about his buildings, even though he has or their buildings or their designs have specific language, but at the same time not such in a way that you'll notice that okay, that's Maki's building as soon as you see it, right?
hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
example, some architects you kind of notice very easily. So, oh yeah, that's whoever, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
whoever. Then Maki's building, not until you know that it's designed by Fumiko Maki,
Yeah.
then you wouldn't correlate them together. But then once you know it, you start to read those languages.
Right, the similar strategies.
Right, right. And I think I don't know, like at least maybe in our generation, it's already kind of super influenced by diagrammatic architects. So maybe
Yeah, because
uh,
I think
I
he's very well. I mean, the massing, of course, the
Mhm.
form,
Form.
but then the tectonics of that form change over the decades based on the technology of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's why perhaps you cannot understand or relate. Okay, this one is Maki and that one is Maki and that one's Maki
Mm-hmm.
until you disintegrate the tectonics and just look at the form or look at the
Mm-hmm.
strategies of form.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I don't know. Um,
Right.
yeah, because the media lab also I didn't know how to read it as a Maki building when you just look at
Mm-hmm.
the materials.
Right. 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 So I'll say his architecture is very flexible. It's not something that his buildings are always concrete or his
Yeah,
buildings are always whatever, right? So it's very different. And I'm not sure whether it's it's true because maybe I'm wrong, but he did his MAUD program at GSD. Perhaps is one of the first graduates of that
Hmm.
program. And then he founded the urban design program at Washington University in St. Louis at WashU. So he has quite a how to say, quite a big influence in, let's say, urban design, architecture and urban design education, in a
Right.
way that how urban design can be conceived
Well,
in architectural.
yeah, and I think that's the one of the major contributions of how can you conceive of urban design, but from the point of view of an architect.
Right,
Like he's
exactly.
doing it all through architecture, not, let's say, gigantic master plans where you design the entire city. It's all architectural base, I would
Right.
say.
And so I was kind of it was funny that, oh, when I heard about this news that he passed away, I was like, okay, rest in peace, whatever. I was writing
Mm.
about my experience in during the internship, which it was quite funny that he said that, when I applied to the internship, I sent them my AA acceptance letter,
Mm.
because they needed, they wanted me to send some sort of a acceptance letter from whatever school, so
Yeah.
that they know that I'm not gonna stay there, right?
Right. Right.
Because they're very afraid that I'm gonna sneak in as a kind of a intern, and then try to stay there for, I don't know, for forever,
You
right?
found the back door.
Yeah, so it's a back door. And no, so AA was the first school that sent me the letter, so I just sent it. And then meanwhile, I got a mission from the
GSD.
from GSD. So originally, Maki thought that I'm going to the AA school, and when he was just having a small chat with me, so, oh yeah, so you're going to AA? I said, oh no, actually, I'm going to GSD. So, oh, which program? MAUD. So, oh, now you're my friend. So he's like the grandfather.
And ever since then, you've been giving Korean tours of his office.
I know, I know. But then, so I was saying that, then uh, you know, I taught at WashU, right? We taught
Mm.
at WashU. Then later, I learned that he also set up the program there.
Mm.
Then obviously he has a famous Steiner Hall
Right.
design there. Actually, two buildings.
What's the second one?
Uh, it's Robert Hall, I think, as far as I recall.
Mm.
It's Steiner Hall. So they're side by side. They look each other.
Mm.
It's a Steinberg Hall and Walker Hall.
Yeah, I don't think
Walker Hall is the new one.
I think wasn't it under construction when we were there or no?
No, no, it was still already in use. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, in 2006, when I was doing internship, the office was really active. The projects were everywhere, and then I worked on you remember the Novartis campus project?
Ah, right.
Yeah, so they hired like a bunch of like famous architects from everywhere. So each famous architect, star architect, designed
Right.
a building. So yeah, Maki was one of them, of course, and yeah,
Yeah, no,
and
I mean, I think when we visited the office in 2009, I remember the guy saying that they had like over 100 projects ongoing,
wow,
like
it could
worldwide.
be. Yeah, worldwide, yeah, it could be.
And of course, range of scales is not like, oh, 100 are gigantic. Of course, they have like their keystone
Yeah.
projects, and then tons of
Right.
little ones or wherever. But that shows you like the whole range of how they operate with all those different projects, different scales, international
And
rotation.
I think I don't know. For me, maybe I'm wrong because I wasn't there that long, right? It was just my internship. But for me, what I thought back then was that their pace of the project is really slow.
Mm,
Not in a bad way, but kind of. So I can imagine that they are doing 100 projects because the pace is very kind of calm.
mm.
It's not like Korea. So
They're
so
not rushed to get on to the
like
next
I
one.
was yeah yeah I was already I have worked in the corporate firm before in Korea, right? So I was so much used to that pace, and then when I went to Maki's office, they were making like a 1 to 10 section model as a study model. So I was like, okay, do we even have time for this, right? But then that's how they study, right? It was crazy.
Yeah. Well, perhaps hence the attention to all the details that they use.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of detail, I don't know whether you've noticed in MIT Media Lab that even the sim line of the concrete paving
Ah, right. It
meets
aligns with the
the
window, with the mullion,
yeah, Monday,
everything.
yeah, aligns with the window, the guardrail
Yeah.
fence. It's crazy, but it's like a Japanese thing, I think.
Yeah, no, it's like super detailed. Everything is parallel, aligned.
Right. And then I think if once you start kind of aligning all these crazy lines, you basically cannot get away from it
Mm.
once you start noticing that as a I don't know, like you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once you start one, you got to do all of them.
Right, right, right. So I think that's why
Yeah. I
it's
have to,
crazy.
you have to set all the books in the back in parallel.
I know that that's how I align, but in an angle, very
Yeah.
carefully,
It's throwing
very
me off.
carefully. But so I mean, I cannot say that Fumiko Maki himself was a huge influence to my to my, let's say, personal
Uh huh.
architecture life, but of course he was a big influence to everybody.
Yeah, no, I think, I mean, of course, the canonical essay, the on
Mhm,
collective forms,
mhm,
for me, that's yeah, his biggest influence was more on that theoretical
mhm,
side rather than stylistic or
mhm.
understanding
Right,
from the way
right.
that he designed. So, yeah, I would say that essay alone has influenced generations.
Right.
I mean, the whole setup of MAUDs and
Mhm.
all those programs, they probably started off with some sense of that as well.
Right, right. And then his whole family is in architecture field.
I think the
I think his son-in-law is also an
Yeah,
architect.
I was gonna say I think the son-in-law,
Yeah.
yeah, was running SOM in Tokyo.
Is his last name Kobayashi,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, because I don't know him, but I know other son. I mean other yeah
yeah. But
other
I think they
Kobayashi.
have like all these connections
Right, right,
throughout the
right.
Tokyo scene.
And then you know you remember Keigo Kobayashi, who did the exhibition with
Ah,
us
yeah, yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
before Urban. Yeah, he's the son of,
Of the
I
son-in-law.
think, the son of the Kobayashi that you mentioned.
Ah, so he's the son.
Because the Kobayashi that I mentioned is the uncle of Keigo.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a whole family tree there.
Masami Kobayashi. Masami Kobayashi co-taught the Tokyo studio with, I forgot her name. Uh, Whoever. So he taught at GST.
Ah,
I took his, yeah, to Tokyo studio.
all right.
Yeah.
So, well, in the book,
In the book,
you can
we
find
have that,
the collective forms.
right, and then megaform, compositional form.
Yeah.
I think I think it's also, I mean, it's also related to the whole conversations in the in the 60s and 70s about the architectural form, basically, right?
Mm, which is no longer happening.
Which is no longer happening.
Yeah.
But basically, I mean, he's also in that generation, no?
Yeah, I think so.
That he had active practice starting in the 60s, I think.
I mean, he was in the Tange lab. I think he
Right, right.
graduated in the Tange, so he
Hmm.
immediately got influenced with the or the metabolist movements,
Hmm.
and then I think from then he had started his own lab or his own office.
You know what? I never thought about this, but since you mentioned Tange, so
Oh.
maybe I should clean up my camera as well. No, maybe it's like maybe I'm wrong because I'm not a historian. I don't know Japanese architecture that well, but he had it might be true that he had an important role to bridge, let's say, Kenjo Danke's metabolist, let's say, idea, which is basically based on the idea that architecture is everything, basically, right?
Mm,
You can resolve any sort of things with architecture, and then the architecture can be anything, right? That sort of idea, right? All
mm,
these archigram uh, metabolism has that mentality in their mind, right?
mm.
But then uh, Maki's role is kind of bringing that down to earth, basically, and then make it, I don't know, make it into a, or transcend that to the other sort of conversations
Mm.
or topics that we can manage, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think metabolists were pretty contextual to Japan, and
Mhm.
Maki coming to the U.S. and doing all his travels kind
Mhm.
of started thinking of the whole global context rather than just the Japanese context
Mhm.
and transcended that. So yeah, perhaps he was the bridge.
Yeah, I mean that could be. I mean, so again, like I'm just saying this without even uh, studying or
Well,
reading anything
that's how
about
we
it.
do.
But yeah, that's what. No, no, but it could be true because I mean, if we whenever we talk about Japanese architects, we always talk about or talk
Mm,
starting with Kenjo Danke, right?
mm,
And even let's say even Sejima or even like Su Fujimoto, whoever that is, like the younger generation, we we kind of
trace the
make
lineage.
all these connections
Mm,
from Blanket to this guy, which I'm what I'm trying to say is that probably from Toyoito to Sujimoto Sejima is easy. From Genjo Danke to Toyoito, you really have to understand Fumiko Maki,
Mm,
how they are related
mm,
to each other. So it's almost like a very important bridge.
mm. I see.
And Kikutake as well. Yeah,
All right. How about Japanese food? Nah.
always good. There's no metabolist in Japanese food.
Yeah.
Never bald. We should cut this one out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we need to think about how to cut these conversations as well.
Right. Because we say too many stupid stuffs.
Or we just leave the stupid stuff and get rid of the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So,
But anyways, so I thought. I mean, and at the same time, I don't know whether you know, but we have Norman Foster exhibition here in Seoul.
right now?
Yeah, right now, right? So when I think Foster is a bit younger than Fumiko Maki, but
Hmm.
still, how old is it? How old is
Yeah, I think he's also in his 80s. No, maybe 90.
90s?
Yeah.
No, he's 89 years old.
Yeah, he's getting there.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Getting to the 90s.
Oh, no, no, I thought you were saying. So, oh yeah, so it's 7 years apart.
Hmm.
But anyways, so what I was trying to say was that like at some in some parts, I think that okay, I mean we all think that okay, this Star Architects generation or the beginning of Star Architects generation is disappearing, right?
Hmm.
That's one thing. Whenever I hear about all these famous architects uh, passing away, right?
Right.
But then at the same time, simultaneously, I see Norman Foster's huge exhibition. Then, wow, would they even ever disappear? Right? They're still very active,
Right.
maybe more active than ever, right?
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not being judgmental on this one, but basically, wow. So, and then I actually had a quite a funny joke about this with my other architect friend. That yeah, he was also saying that oh yeah, maybe one day all these star architects will all die, then there will be new generation, whatever, right? And then we'll have some other chances, right? But then I said, then no, but the human beings are living longer. So who knows that they're going to live until 120, 130,
Right.
right? And if they live that long, that means that we won't have any chance until
Or
in
like
our age
90.
of 80 or
Yeah.
90, right?
Yeah.
So,
No.
yeah, that might happen, right? So,
All right. So should we end it here or?
how do we wrap up?
Yeah.
How do we?
We need like a song or something.
Yeah. But anyways, it was. I don't know. I don't know whether we can even post this one, but
No, no, no. I think it could be a good try, but it made me think of like if it is a condensed conversation of each of these topics, because like the Maki's death and then like influence, that could be one. Um, but yeah, it made me think of all these news. So like, let's say you saying the Norman Foster
Mhm.
exhibition.
Mhm.
Okay, that could have been one conversation on its own,
Mhm.
like exhibitions, and then talk about that. Um, yeah, I don't know, but uh, yeah, how to condense it into like 5 minutes or.
I mean, it doesn't have to be 5 minutes.
Mm,
Yeah. So I don't think it has to be 5 minutes. So
okay, but yeah, it could be an interesting way of talking. Just thinking of, I was gonna say the mass studies Serpentine Pavilion.
that one as well. Yeah.
Like we start with like, oh, did you see this? And then yeah, just some thoughts about it, and I don't know if it bring it to the book or not. Or,
We can always bring some books,
mm,
but yeah, it can be it can be very. We don't necessarily have to go too deep or theoretical about each thing. So
mm,
it can be sometimes it can be very,
very light.
let's say, very light about, yeah, about the what's going on now,
Mm,
and sometimes it can really about like a project that we want to dig in. Sometimes it can be about education. Sometimes it can be
yeah, yeah,
about
yeah. Like a
research.
review on the research
Yeah.
topics. That one's also fun. Like
Hmm.
it's like, guess what I found today? The Mike toilet.
Yeah, 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 something like that. So
Okay, so the other one is, should it be improvised? Let's say like today, or like do we think of one topic and then you think of it, I think of it, but we don't, like the improvisation is still improvised, but like you already have a topic in mind,
hmm
or
maybe it doesn't have to be 100% improvised topic.
hmm,
So maybe we can share that at least like a day or two before we
yeah.
meet. He said, "Oh yeah, why don't we
Why don't we talk
send?
about
Why
this
don't we
one?
talk about this one?" And then while we are talking, probably and most likely we're
Yeah,
gonna say
it'll
something
probably
else.
go somewhere.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
maybe next time we can, yeah, we can talk about Serpentine Gallery or Foster's exhibition.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, either one that could be cool.
But next time, let me try the camera
Ah, the,
and the mic as well.
all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
People talk about the mic all the time.
They like seeing that one with the cover and the boom.
Yeah, I think the audio is quite an annoying thing if you listen.
Yeah, like you can hear the difference between like
Mhm.
a, a proper production versus just the
Right,
laptop microphone.
right. And then a lot of people actually don't watch videos,
Hmm.
uh,
Ah, you just listen
even
to it
if it,
like while on the train or something.
yeah. But then if you listen to it without video, it's even worse
Uh,
if your audio is not good.
right.
Yeah. So just get one
All right.
or ask Jody about it.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's keep trying.
All right, good. Let me try to edit this one.
All right.
Not edit, but
Yeah, just to
try to make.
see what you can do with it. All right. Okay.
All right, cool.
All right.
Bye.
See you. Till next time.
Till next time. I'll see you.
All right. See you.
Oh, but by the way, next Tuesday I'll be in Italy.
Ah, all right.
So let's talk about the time
And Italian topics.
in Italian topics. Yeah, it could be fun.
All right.
Topic wise, there's like bunch of things that we can do.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just wondering how to make it fun, like how to make it engaging. So it's not
All
just
right.
like us talking about our memories.
Yeah. We're that old.
uh, all right.
All right. Cool.
Have fun.
You too.
See you.
Bye.